like that band, man. I think they got a future. What's up,
Good
everybody?
stuff, man.
It's Tuesday, time to party. I'm your excellent host, Tom Hazart. With me, as always, is Phil. Say hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
And Donnie is ready for the King of Clubs, man. We're ready. We're ready for the King of Clubs too, I think.
Oh, yeah, Columbus, Ohio, baby.
Punta Gorda, Florida.
Hi, Sharon.
Dennis, what up, dude? So just so you guys all know, I had oral surgery today and had like teeth cut out of my mouth and then was stitched up. And so we almost didn't do it. We were talking about it tonight. Phil asked earlier, like, are we going to do it? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm all looped up on Vicodin, and if it wears out, I'm going to start screaming and scare everybody. And he's like, I'm like, fine, fuck it. We must make I do this for the people. So here we are. Fucking Taproot Tuesday. Fucking Jeff Stark, man. What's up, buddy? How are you? Whoop, 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 whoop. Indeed.
Oh, Jackie in the house.
What night at the machine shop, Jamie?
We did a podcast, me, Jared, and Steve with Jackie not too long ago, the Greener Grass podcast.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, dude, it was a big fucking week. I'm sure everybody caught it, but Steve was the featured guest on the nationally syndicated Full Metal Jackie show this weekend. And then Loudwire transcribed the whole thing and did a big article about it yesterday, which is awesome. Thank you, Loudwire and Jackie. Jackie's cool, man. She's got a great show, and yeah, so much love this week for the Taproots. So, you know, I'm good, man. I can't complain. Just hanging out with my boy Phil here. You know. What's been going on with you, Philip?
Let's see what has been going on with me. I've lined up the Taproot van. As long as one of them, as long as no one buys it before Thursday, we should be all good to go.
Good.
At least good to carry our equipment, and then we got to find the next one. But the next one should be a lot easier than this one was.
Yeah, there's a lot more minivans floating around than weird cargo vans for gear.
Yep, I've lined up insurance and everything. I've got it all set. Jared should be able to pick it up on Saturday. Yeah, man.
And then eventually I get to pick it up and drive it to my house and be the bitch. I am Taproot's bitch. That is my lot in life. I'm going to be driving the gear around, and
I'm excited to see how it fits everything, though, and see how we can set it up.
We got to figure out what we're going to do with it too. If we're going to build it out inside, or if we're just going to leave it as is. I mean, probably be good to build some shelves and a bench there, and some kind of places to put the stuff under, so it's not just all over the place.
Oh yeah, like at least a layer, like 2 different layers, some stuff on top, some stuff on bottom, maybe a bunk to sleep in towards the front. We got ideas. We just need to have the time and someone that knows how to build stuff, because I'm not very handy at all. That's why.
I know. This has been mine and Phil's week all week, man. We've been on the phone going over so many details.
Making our to-do list.
I know we did, and we nailed a lot of it, man. I got through a lot of my list.
You nailed a lot of it. I nailed one thing, which is getting the van.
Well, that's a big fucking thing, though. That's a very big thing. So good job.
Yes. Thank you.
No, we're not doing a trailer. We don't want to do a trailer. We want nothing to do with trailers. We're doing 2 vans, a cargo van and a minivan. That's it. No trailers. People steal fucking trailers. Like, they're a pain in the ass to pull. Like, we're avoiding. We literally came up with this exact scenario to avoid having a trailer.
Yeah, hard to park, all that gets, just this makes it easier on all around.
I know.
What's up, Luke?
What up, dude? So how's my guitar coming, Dennis? Where is it? I'm still waiting on. I'm going to call you out right now in front of everybody. Dennis built me the most amazing guitar. Well, he didn't technically build it for me. He built it, and then I fangirled over it so much he agreed to give it to me. So, but he built the sickest Frankenstrat copy replica you've ever seen in your life. Like, it's mind-blowing. Except I did find one error on it that he corrected. The quarter was in the wrong place. Holy shit, is it really done? Is it really done? Oh my God, is it really done? Oh my God, yay. What's up, Jen?
And he's also got a couple of my basses that he's touching up.
Yeah, Dennis is awesome, man. Southern Sounds Guitar. Check him out he builds custom guitars. He buys and sells guitars. He works on guitars. He's fucking amazing, man. He's definitely become one of our go-tos for Taproot for everything. He's actually building some guitars for some of the guys to use. He's building guitars for me to use. He's tuning up Phil's fucking basses. He said those are done also, Phil.
Nice.
Very
to
nice.
make up a meeting time.
Right. Everybody's coming out tonight. There's Sonia.
Oh yeah, hey Sonia, long time no see.
So we do have a special surprise guest joining us too in a little bit. So maybe later we'll let some fans jump on with us if you want. Maybe we'll get a little Fan Love Tuesday going. But we do have a guest joining us in a little bit, and I'm representing. I put on my Dickie shirt just for the 2000s Taproot vibe. So representing hardcore. I only have this. I haven't had a Dickie shirt in like 20 years, and then my buddy Clint at Hardcore Grooming sent me a Dickie shirt, and I'm like, fuck yeah. So I've been wearing it. I forgot how much I like these things, man. This is all I used to wear in the 2000s. Cargo shorts and
Dickie
Jenkos and stupid Dickie shirts, man. I had so many. I had cool ones. Like I had an SOD one. Like bands used to make these for merch, and it was the fucking balls, man. I had so many of them. And I was skinny enough that I could fit into them. I didn't even know they made them this big. Like this is majestic, man. Like I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I am the better, I guess. I mean, like I said earlier, I got a bunch of oral surgery earlier today. So, but yeah, I'm better. Vicodin fixes everything.
Temporarily,
it wears out, and then I'm like dreading it, dude, because they only gave me two. I'm like, okay. Hi, Adam. Well, good to see you. An ultra rare bass. That's intriguing.
Huh?
Dude, I miss my Jenkos too. I bought my kid Jay a pair of kickwares. We were at my buddy owns this vintage kind of 80s store in Green Bay called 10-Pack Throwbacks. And I went there with my kid Jay, and he had a pair of kickwares there, and Jay just freaked out, man. So I had to buy them. They were very expensive. But literally, I don't think the kid's taken them off since.
Right.
You leaving us already? Well, have a good night, Casey. The party hasn't even started yet, man. Jeez.
We're just getting warmed up.
Right? Fucking A. Oh, look at who it is. Look at this guy. Drum roll. And it's fucking Mark Rizzo, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, everybody?
Up.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
Legendary guitarist for El Nino and many, many other rock and roll bands in the house on Taproot Tuesday.
Yeah. How you doing, Mark?
What's up, dude? How are you? Nice to meet you, Phil.
Nice to meet you too, man. You know, it's funny. We've been confused with each other all the time because I wear this double strap.
Okay.
Right? And I get asked all the time, you're the dude that wears the backpack when you play. I'm like, no, that's Mark from El Nino, man. That ain't me. I just have the double strap.
All right. Yeah. I get it. That's
all
great,
the time, man. All the time. Yeah. It's funny.
That's great, man. Do they make double straps? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
For my shoulders, man, it just helps a lot. Just distributes the weight a little better.
Sure. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out, you know?
No, out of curiosity, though, why the backpack? Why back in the day you were rocking the backpack?
You still rock the backpack.
You still rock the backpack?
Well, you know what? I stopped wearing it in 2004. And then now that I rejoined El Nino about a year ago, the new guys in the band that grew up on us back in the early days, they like begged me to wear the book bag. I didn't want to wear it anymore. I've been over it. I got so sick of talking about it all these years.
Right.
That they begged me to wear it. And I said, you know what, man, I'll do it for these guys because they're cool as hell. So I've been wearing the book bag again, you know, and apparently it makes people happy. But,
right.
You know, really the whole thing behind it was just that like going to shows as a kid, like in the 90s, mid 90s, you know, you go into the mosh pit it's freezing cold where I live here in New Jersey. So you put your jacket in your book bag, you go in the mosh pit, do your thing. And basically, you know, my whole thing going on stage, throwing the spin kicks was just like what I would do in the mosh pit,
Right.
wearing a book bag, you know. So it just
Nice.
was something that stuck, you know.
That's awesome, man. I like that.
Right on.
I thought it was just so you didn't lose your shit.
Well, that too. I do keep some, you know, personal stuff in there, maybe my wallet, shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah.
So back with El Nino, man. That's great. How long's that been?
Great, man. We've been going at it now for about a year and a half.
Okay.
I just got home from tour, and we had a really good U.S. tour, and now we're just getting ready to finish our new record, and hopefully have some more tours coming up.
You guys gonna go overseas at all?
We're hoping at some point, you know, get some festivals last minute or something. We were there all last summer, so I'm just waiting to hear what's gonna pop up.
Yeah, 'cause I think we did some. I don't know if you remember back in like 2001-ish. We had some festivals together out there.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm a big fan, man. We always loved
man,
you guys, man.
That's when I first saw you guys. I was like, and that's where I first heard the backpack thing.
Right on, man. Yeah, we were always big Taproot fans, man. You know, so you guys are still rocking out doing your thing too, right?
Coming back, man. We've been off for a good, you know, pretty much 10 years, other than a few shows here and there, just like little reunion fun things. But yeah, trying to get the machine back and going.
That's great, man. That's good to hear.
It's a good time to be. I mean, this generation of music that we were in, you know, that it's interesting to see that's kind of this resurgence and this passion for this music again. Yeah,
it's coming back, man. You know, a lot of these younger kids are getting hip to, you know, the sounds from 20 years ago. This whole what everyone calls the new metal sound, right? So you know, it's cool. It's good to hear.
Hell yeah, man.
Well,
and I still have a pic of yours. I don't know where I got it when you were in Soulfly.
Oh, okay, cool.
Somewhere along the way, I got this Mark Rizzo pic. I was like, yeah,
that's awesome.
Funny. Yeah.
It's just green, right? Green ones.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I want to say yellow. Was it yellow? You have yellow at all? It must be green then. You probably know better than me. But
yeah,
in my head I picture yellow, but it's been a while. It's been a minute since I had it out.
Yeah, probably green. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. It's funny because I got a random phone call from Dave Chiavari a couple of weeks ago. Like, dude, El Nino and Taproot should do some shows together in Europe.
Hell yeah.
So how cool would that be?
That'd be cool.
We were talking about. I'm like, you know, he's like, we should do something in America. And I kind of said, dude, we're all kind of tapped out for this year for America. I'm like, what are you doing after that? He's like, well, we're going to Europe next. I'm like, dude, let's go to fucking Europe. We want to go to Europe. Let's go do some fucking shows in Europe. El Nino and Taproot. I'm in. So that was actually funny enough. That was an actual conversation that me and Dave Chiavari had like a month ago.
Wow, so, that's a great idea, man. We'd love that, man. So maybe we could.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
I'd have to set up aside some PTO for that.
Yeah.
Right. And we keep talking about wanting to get to Europe. That's like one of the things we're still trying to figure out. You know, we got a bunch of shit in the US, but it would be awesome. And yeah, dude, El Nino is having an epic return. It's exciting, man. It's super. I came and hung out with you guys in Green Bay when you played here, and you know, got to see the show and hang out. It was great, man. It was awesome seeing you guys and killing it, and you know.
Hell yeah.
40 below,
yeah. 40 below summer too. Those are my
buddies. Yeah.
And yeah, it's great that this type of music is you know, people are picking up on all the that style, because it definitely, there's some great bands from that era, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, we haven't been out yet. You know, we're just planning and just setting things up. So I mean, as you've been out again for this past year or so, I mean, you've definitely seen that, you know, kind of that vibe of what's going on out there. How's it been?
It's been great, man. The shows have all been packed, and you know, that the new metal sound, I don't think it really, you know, the true fans of it always loved it, and it never went away for the fans, you know, even though I think the labels and you know, the media kind of buried some of the bands. You know, it's coming back.
Or they tried to, at least, you know.
Or they tried to, yeah. But the fans are still there, man. You know, I mean, there were so many fans that I hadn't even seen in like 20 years, you know, since I was rejoined El Nino. So man, the fans are out there for this type of music, you know.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm excited.
We're all definitely finding that up, man. You know, this Taproot, you know, comeback has been just crazy. It was shut up. It was a total accident too. You know what I mean? It was literally like just me and Phil were like, hey, You want to do some skateboard? Sure. What the hell? Hey, we want to do some merch? Okay. Hey, you want to get the band back together, put out records, and play like 50 shows? And
Yeah.
it was literally like that. It was the most
Yeah.
accidental, random
Yeah.
fucking thing in the world, you know?
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly had no idea. I'm like, I've got a corporate gig. I'm working a regular job, and I'm not very in touch with the music scene. I go to maybe 3 shows a year, and usually just friends coming to town. You know what I mean? But yeah, when Tom kept telling me, dude, now's the time, man. This is a great timing. I was like, I didn't really believe it, because last time we toured, we were struggling a bit, back in 2012, 2013, barely making ends meet.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, when we started getting some good offers and everything, I was just like, and then selling out some shows, I was just like, whoa, this is okay.
Yeah, selling out in like we'll put a show on sale. It sells out in 30 fucking minutes. We had another date. Another night, it sells out in 30 minutes. We sold out 3 nights in a row at the machine shop, which is fucking
amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, it's wild. Yeah, I mean, that's our backyard, but still, man, it's we've never done that there.
Wow. Yeah, well, people are excited, man. You guys were always a great band, and any type of reunion obviously creates a buzz, man. So it's great.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
So what's El Nino plan? Are you guys doing more shit this year? Or are you just working on the record?
So we're home now. Just got home about a week ago, and we're gonna finish up the new record, which is I definitely think it's some of the best stuff El Nino has ever done. And then hopefully we'll plan some other tour coming up. I heard there's some talks of something coming up, maybe August, September. So just waiting to hear. In the meantime, I'm working on all the other projects I got here at home and just staying busy. So
are you able to do full-time music? I mean, do you do other stuff? What do you do?
Yeah, basically full-time music. I also do personal fitness training. I coach like kickboxing, Muay Thai, and boxing.
Nice. Hell yeah.
At some gyms here. But music's really been my main gig, at least that's what I want it to be, So
right.
I've been hustling all these years, man, Some years are good, some years are bad. So I do what I got to do.
Nice, man. Nice.
Is this where you guys spend 30 minutes talking about martial arts?
I'm trying to resist.
I'm waiting for it. I'm like, there's your opening.
Well, it's funny
Phil.
because my dream, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and a little bit of like boxing, Muay Thai.
Oh, awesome, man.
But mainly Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing it since like 2002.
Oh, wow.
On and off, on and off, a lot of off. Used to be a lot of on, now a lot of off. But
so it's kind of like Taproot.
Yeah, right.
That's
but
great.
My goal, I mean, I would love to have my own school and be able to do music and do both. You know what I mean? That's the dream.
That's great, man. Well, there's a lot of people that train jiu-jitsu, man. Like, Stan from Five Finger, Harley
I know.
Pro Mags, and Matt Heafy Trivium. That's great.
Oh,
man.
yeah, right.
I love jiu-jitsu, and I got a buddy that owns a gym here. I've trained with him, but I got to get more into it, man. It definitely is incredible art,
Yeah, dude, and that's what it is. It is an interesting art form. Just like Muay Thai, there's like, it's not just trying to beat each other's heads in or trying to choke each other out, whatever. There's just so much technique and little tricks and little traps you can set for people.
Sure.
And just the magic of what of what you can really do. You know what I mean? And just seeing that the depths of how good you can get at something like that. That's what I love seeing, and just feeling like getting my ass whooped by someone that really knows what he's doing and he's barely trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he just set these traps for me. I'm like, whoa, this is just really cool.
Yeah. What belt are you now?
Purple.
Nice.
I've been purple since 2008.
Wow. No, hey, listen, I've been doing jiu-jitsu on and off for about 10 years, and I don't even got a stripe. I don't got a stripe on my belt yet.
Right. But I'm sure you got some skills. But when you just do it here and there, man, you can still pick up lots. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, we've seen those karate kicks you do on stage. We know you got some skills.
Oh, that stuff too, man. Yeah.
With the backpack on.
Well, that's for show. Those kicks,
Right.
So what's up with the solo stuff? Are you still doing?
Yeah.
Last I heard, you were working on a new solo record. We were talking about doing some shit together at some point, and we never did it. But
yeah, we got to do it. I am going to start a new solo record real soon. I got like 1 or 2 songs already recorded. So hopefully, I'm going to get into the studio at some point, this summer and try to finish that up also.
Well, see, me, you, and Phil should do something together on your solo record.
Sure, I'm down, man. That'd be great.
Oh yeah,
right on.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So a guy just asked a question. Who's your favorite fighter? He asked me, but he can ask you too. Who's your favorite fighter?
Man. I mean, I come from more of a boxing background. So, I mean, for boxing, Arturo Gatti was one of my favorites. Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
I like all the Italian fighters.
Right.
But as far as like MMA, I still love like Anderson Silva is one of my favorites. I love Muay Thai. That's really where my passion is at, is boxing, Muay Thai. So Anderson Silva was always one of my favorites.
Dude, he's Matrix, man. Like Anderson Silva was just at his prime, dude. He was on another level, dude. Just made people look just crazy.
Yeah.
For me, I'd probably be as all-time favorite, George St. Pierre.
Okay, yeah.
He's the guy that had everything. You know what I mean? Like he just developed every aspect that he could, and just was dominant and so good, and also so humble.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So still trained, I still see him on Instagram. He's still doing ice baths and gymnastics, and training with the Olympic wrestling team, and just top guys getting his. Gordon Ryan goes with the Danaher's crew, and dude, such a great fighter.
Yeah, he's incredible. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that he was gonna maybe come back or something. Wasn't he supposed to fight Khabib at one point?
They talked about it. Yeah, it never quite came to fruition. But dude, him coming back and beating Michael Bisping was incredible, dude. And the way he did,
yeah.
I mean, these guys that come back and keep themselves in shape, dude, it's incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah.
Now, how early were you watching? Were you watching back in like the Pride days?
It's weird.
Any MMA for during that time?
You know what, man? I was so hardcore into boxing, and I did the Golden Gloves here in like 2003, and right before I joined Soulfly, and I wanted to turn pro, so I really put a lot of my time into boxing. And I didn't get into MMA until really get into it until maybe 06, 07, when guys like Anderson Silva were up and really having really great stand up. So I kind of got into it later on. I was always kind of a boxing snob,
Right.
Until I started training Muay Thai, and my buddy cracked me in the jaw, fractured my jaw, and then I was like, oh man, I got to get into this. This is incredible,
You like Edson Barbosa?
I'm not sure who.
Do you know him? No, okay, he's an MMA guy, but he's got these killer kicks, man. Just brutal kicks, man.
Yeah, look him up, man.
Yeah.
Always loved like Crow Cop, the guys. Freaking just went hard, man.
That was the Pride days, man. Crow Cop and Pride, dude, was something else, man. And
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Hell yeah.
So
man.
Boxing wise, you said you like what's your thoughts on Mayweather?
Yeah, Mayweather, he's definitely, a legend, man. His record speaks for itself. But I'm more into fighters that won on their offense and knocked people out, which wasn't really Mayweather's style. He obviously had genius defense,
Dude, and that's what people don't give him enough credit for, though, at the same time, right? I mean, he's got obviously plenty of people know he's great, but like to go through that many fighters that he's fought and not really get cracked.
Yeah. It
hardly ever.
It is incredible. I mean, it is, especially people take such abuse in boxing,
Yeah.
He's amazing, man, but there's guys like, Roberto Duran was always one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I love Johnny Tapia. A lot of the Mexican fighters I'm also a big fan of, man. They just, their style of just being aggressive and tough, man, Did you guys see the fight, the exhibition fight with John Gotti Jr. against Floyd Mayweather this past weekend? And it turned into a brawl.
No, I did not see that. I didn't even know that happened.
I didn't know it did either. For some reason, it went over my head, but I've been seeing all the footage online where it turned into a big brawl outside the ring and fights all over the place, man. It's just
crazy.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah,
my only real boxing story, I was never super deep into it, more through MMA. I could appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I lived out in LA, one of my friends was Sugar Ray Leonard's publicist.
Oh, wow.
And she calls me one day. I remember I was just laying in bed, just kind of, middle of the afternoon. She's like, "Hey, are you free to do a photo shoot? We need someone that can box or looks like they're a boxer or whatever." I was like, "Sure." He's like, "Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard." I was like, "Definitely." He's like, "You don't mind taking your shirt off, do you?" I'm there. I'll do it. And so I was just in the background. You can't even tell it's me, but I'm in the background with his son, actually. And
nice.
We're just kind of in the, squaring off a couple times. They had, the boots and the gloves, and he was obviously the focus, and we're just kind of in the background. But I remember seeing him. He had one of the what's the bag that sits? It's connected to the ceiling and the floor.
Double-ended bag. Yeah.
Yeah, and his kid just walks up to it, and I've tried hitting those before, man, and they're not easy.
Sure.
His kid just boom, 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 bah, like nothing. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, obviously he's got his dad training him, but I thought that was just neat. Just casually just walked up to it and just,
Yeah.
made it look easy.
Yeah. Good timing, Well, if Ray Leonard, obviously I'm sure he was training from a young age, which is but man, that's amazing, to have him,
that's cool.
a dad. What's that?
Yeah, I remember I got me and my brother. The two gloves, so I had him sign a glove for me and a glove for my brother, because we're both, both appreciative of something like that, man. And,
sure, yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, very nice guy, dude. Such a nice dude.
That's cool. Yeah, I was lucky. I got into boxing when I was like 19. My uncle was a professional boxer back in the 40s. He passed away about 10 years ago. But he had like 70 something fights. He fought all over New York, New Jersey back in the day. And, so from the day that he got me into it and he was my trainer, I just got obsessed with it from that day on. So I was very lucky to have him in my life,
And you're right. You were going for the Golden Gloves. You're doing the Golden Glove stuff.
I fought in the Golden Gloves 2003. Won my first fight on a TKO, and then my second fight I lost on a decision. And then, I was out of the competition, and I was going to do it again the following year, but then I wound up joining Soulfly. And
right.
I'm definitely a better guitar player than a boxer. So.
Right.
I stuck with the music, but I never stopped training. I still spar.
Yeah.
At home, I still spar with people here, and I've been I'm like a training partner for a couple friends of mine that are pro fighters and stuff.
That's killer, man. That's I mean, to have something like that too, keep you in shape and keep you motivated.
Yeah.
I've never been much of a gym rat as far as like just lifting weights and that kind of thing. If it wasn't for jiu-jitsu, I was talking about this the other day with a friend of mine. Like, if it wasn't for jiu-jitsu, I'd just be lazy.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Anything.
That's the thing with martial arts, right? Is like you develop a passion for it, and for people that aren't into lifting, you get into whatever martial art that you like, and it keeps you in such great shape. It's amazing, especially on the road. I'm always training. I'm doing my road work, jumping rope and calisthenics or shadow boxing, or like the other day, one of my good friends who's a Muay Thai fighter out in Colorado, he came out to the to our show, and we trained backstage, so
nice.
It's cool. I network all over the country, and train with different people.
Yeah, I used to wrestle anybody, anywhere. I remember this guy, Drago, up in Minnesota. He was like this, high school wrestler, but big dude. I mean, he's got the name Drago, right?
Yeah.
And there's some mats. We were playing a high school gym for some reason, like just, and
because it was 2012, and that's
no, actually, this was we're still doing pretty solid, man. It was
really?
weird. It was just one of these weird shows, whatever. But they had I guess it was probably in the mid. It maybe around 2009, 2010. I don't know. But no, I was still a blue belt at the time, so it's probably around 2005. But yeah, we ended up going to the back of the gym, and there's some mats back there, and just wrestling. What I mean, like just having a good time.
That's all. Did you wrestle too, like in high school?
Nope. I didn't pick this up till my mid to late 20s. What was I? Let's see, 2002. So I was born in 76. So someone do the math for me.
Yep.
So 26, I think.
Okay.
Is that right? 76, 86,
Yep.
96. Yeah, 26.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I always wanted to wrestle, man. That's one thing I regret in high school, that I didn't wrestle. I remember I went to the first practice, and they told me I had to cut my hair, and then they gave me that that outfit that they wear. And I was like,
I know, the singlet, dude. Oh my God, yeah.
Like, I'm not wearing that, man. So, but I regret it. I love wrestling. I would
have loved to have that base as a martial art, man. I would love to go back in time, but
yep.
Well, it's funny. So out of all of us, I'm the only one who wrestled in high school.
Oh wow,
really?
Okay.
So and I wore wrestling shoes for like 15 years, because it was the 80s, and that's what you did.
Yeah,
yeah, right.
The biggest takeaway I got from wrestling was wrestling shoes.
Yeah, that's it.
Basics, man. Those things were fucking comfortable as shit.
Oh, they were. Yeah, I got a friend that still wears those sometimes, man. He doesn't wrestle. He just wrestled in high school.
It's actually the same, shoes you'd wear for boxing too.
Yeah,
those wrestling shoes. But that's cool. Yeah. I didn't know you wrestled. That's great, man. That's such a great.
I did. I wrestled. I played a little bit of football. Yeah, I honestly wish I would have gotten more, and I wish I would have been so busy smoking weed and listening to metal, and I would have gotten more. Like, it's funny because now in my old age, I'm like obsessed with, sports. Yeah. Like, it's funny because I don't even like modern sports. Like, look around my office, I have like Bill Walton and Michael Jordan and fucking, you know, a bunch of
Yeah.
80s starting lineup basketball figures. And it's like
Yeah.
literally every night when I go to bed for the last like 6 months, I
Mhm.
watched 30 for 30, like just over and over again. I just cycle through. I've literally seen every single one like
Nice.
100 times now. It's funny, but
Yeah,
I
that's
have my
awesome.
go-to ones that I watch, like the Elway to Marino one about the, about the '83 draft. Like, funny though, like that's all I watch is fucking 30 for 30. Have you guys ever seen any of those? The ESPN,
Yeah, yeah.
the ESPN documentary series
Yes.
with, it's fucking awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, it's
That's-
really, but yeah, I would have, if I had a time machine, I would have gone back and paid more attention and really gotten more into, I kind of dabbled a little bit, but I wish I would have been a little more hardcore into football and wrestling. Yeah, I power lifted. I was a wrestler.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
cool, man. Yeah, wrestling's great. I really regret that I didn't do it, man. But I was such a long-haired, burnout metalhead. I just wanted
Yeah,
to
right. It's
play
hard
guitar.
to do both of those things.
Yeah,
Man.
and it wasn't until I turned 19 I met my uncle, who I had never really met him before growing up, that I got obsessed with sports and boxing, and then I just like turned into a full-blown jock, from that moment on.
Right.
Yeah, Jeff, I actually have a Reggie Miller figure up there too. Back.
Nice.
If you look, let's see. You can see above Deadpool, there's Reggie Miller and Bill Walton and fuck, who else is up there? Patrick Ewing, I think, is the other one. I don't remember. But yeah, I love that fucking. I did the fucking. There's another Lakers. The Bulls, The Last Dance. Have you ever seen?
Oh,
like, the
so
Bulls?
good, dude. So
I've
good.
watched that 30 times. There's another one, another Lakers Legacy like documentary series on Hulu that I've probably watched, and it's literally 7-8 episodes. They're all like an hour and a half long. It's kind of like The Last Dance, like sort of.
Yeah.
And I've literally watched that thing probably 20 fucking times. And there's a 30 for 30. Like it's like a 3 or 4 episode thing, like about the Celtics and the Lakers and their little history and rivalry. And I've watched that a billion. But it's funny, I'm like obsessed with 80s college basketball, college football. I was always, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with the Miami Hurricanes. I was upset, It's funny, man. It's funny, I was so into sports when I was a kid. And now it's like, and now I'm into sports, but just the sports from then. I'm not into anything current. I don't watch. I mean, I didn't watch anything I'm into. I don't really, watch modern sports, but I'm obsessed with historical sports, which is really kind of fucking weird, I guess. But yeah, just like everything. Look around me. Like I live in a world of nostalgia.
Yeah, me too. And I love anything from the 80s, man. It's my era as a kid, so music, movies, sports too. I love watching old boxing matches, it just was such a great era, right?
It was. Everything was better in the fucking 80s, man. The music, the sports, like it's just fuck. We're just trying to like everything came back around now. Like everything's, there isn't anything new anymore. Everything out now is like everything good from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
Well, right on. I got to split, guys. What's that?
So I opened up a can of worms there.
Yeah, no, man. That's great talking, dude. Yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I hope we can cross paths sometime.
Yeah, man, definitely, Phil. I'll definitely look out, see where you guys are at, and I'll mention it. Maybe we can figure out a tour together, man. El Nino and Taproot.
Yeah, if you end up being home, we're playing at the Gramercy on November 4th.
Okay, man. Yeah. If I'm around,
if you're around, come out, fucking hang out. I mean, you'll probably be on tour, but yeah, it would definitely. I'm going to talk to Dave. We're going to try and work out doing something, even if it's a handful of shows together in Europe or something. That'd be really fucking fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. We'll see what we can figure out, man. That'd be great. Good talking to you, man.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me, man.
Awesome, Mark. Talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, guys. Peace. Later.
See, how fun was that?
That was cool, man. Yeah, I'm not sure that's what people wanted to hear. Maybe like more music stuff.
I definitely want to hear us talk about fucking Taproot again. Like, come on. You can only talk about how. You can only talk so many times about why our Long Road Home is not on Spotify. I love Taproot as much as the next guy, but it's fun when we get to mix it up and bring in.
Well, I was reading they might have wanted to talk more about you'll hear us talk more music with El Nino, but
Yeah, that's not fun.
yeah.
Let's talk about Reggie Miller and fucking MMA.
That's what I like.
But now it's just us. Now we got to entertain everybody. Fuck,
Yeah.
man. So how's everybody doing? Anybody want to jump on and ask some silly questions or something? Here, Phil, what's your favorite song to play live? Also, what's your favorite? See, we don't talk about this shit so much.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Favorite song, I have a few. I usually say Stolage from Plead the Fifth. It's kind of like I don't know how many people know it very well, but as far as our earlier stuff, let's see.
Phil's kind of a Justice is Blindfolded guy.
That's a fun one. That is a fun one. Going super early for that one.
Honestly, I like the Limp Bizkit era of Taproot.
Mirrors Reflections, always a classic. We used to open with that one a lot. So that's I'll say that's my favorite song to play live today. And then favorite Taproot album, Blue Sky Research. Although, just like everybody else, our Long Road Home, as I listen to more and more of those songs, man, it is growing on me more and more.
It is. It is a great record. But yeah, it's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like I totally missed. Yeah, whoever wants to jump on, just send me a DM, or you can send it to the Taproot page or something. I'll find it. I'll figure it out. Whatever. But yeah, dude. A lot of those later records I kind of slept on. I didn't really, I sort of lost touch with Taproot, and again, it was just kind of, and it's funny now. I go back and I listen to those records, and I fucking love. I mean, Plead the Fifth. I fucking just love that record. It just destroyed. Yeah. I mean, like a lot of people after Blue Sky Research, I just, again, I just kind of. You guys went a little more underground. I went a little more. I veered a little more back towards my, 80s, 90s metal roots and started doing all this shit with Ellison and Megadeth and, everybody else. And you know what I mean? But yeah, I really like those records, man. You guys have never made a bad record. I mean, literally they're all fucking good, man. I mean, it's really, it's a testament to you guys. A lot of the new metal bands, put out one or two good records and then kind of disappeared and didn't do anything. Like you guys consistently put out good records for over a decade, you know what I mean? Like you really did. You just kept evolving, and even if some of the records were underappreciated when they came out, like I think now people are going back and really appreciating them for what they were, and understand it was just an evolution, and people I think are starting to go back and get that a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure, man. And even for me, I'm appreciating it more. And what's interesting, as I was listening to us play that song "Wake Up" at the beginning, I realized why, like all our older stuff, I can generally almost any song from our first three records, I can remember how to play it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's not as much. And I realized it's because we just haven't played those songs as much. Like I think that song, I don't know if we ever played live, or if we did, it was only a handful of times, because at that point you have so many records out now. And then by that point you only get to play a few songs from the new record because you got to play all the old stuff.
You got to. I mean, that's the thing. No matter whatever record you're on, I mean, it's just like Iron Maiden or anybody. I mean, Megadeth, like they go out, they play two songs off their new record, and then you have to play their catalog. You have to play the stuff that, you have such a deep discography now, such a deep catalog.
So there's an interesting question here, asking me if I remember trading shirts with this guy, Chris. Now, if it's I vaguely do, actually. That Salt Air show, if it was I'm picturing a red shirt. I could be wrong, but I'm picturing trading a red Hurley shirt for my white shirt. I could be wrong. We'll see what he says. Let's see.
Jen, you can send me a DM, or like I said, you can just DM the Taproot page. I'll go find them. I'm actually on there now, so I'll send some people the link. Hang on. They'll entertain everybody for a minute.
Yeah, hit me with some questions. No, just this one. Just how can I message Tom? Usually message Tom at Tom Hazart.
They can just message the Taproot page. Yeah, I know. I saw it, Chelsea. I'm just Here, I'm just trying to find a question for Phil so he can answer while I'm
What
inviting.
bass are you playing now? So I've actually dug out some of my old Yamahas, my old RBXs. But in addition to that, my latest bass. Let me see if I can grab it.
Yeah, if you want to join, send a DM to the Taproot Facebook page, and I'll just try and grab a couple of you.
This is what I got made when I was touring with Small Empty Soul. This is a company called Better Mousetrap. As in Build a Better Mousetrap. Matt Kiefer makes these. He's out of Michigan, good friend of mine. And he would tell you all the different woods. Like, you got wood knobs, handmade, all the different, I think it's walnut on here, and a bunch of other stuff. It's been a while. But yeah, this is, neck through single cut.
Hell yeah.
5-string. Plays great.
I still hate that weird wood thing on the top. I'm not.
Do that.
What is that called? The thumb? Is it like a thumb rest?
This thing?
Yeah, I don't like that thing, man. I'm not.
I
know it's like a bass player thing. It's like it's just, to me, I've just never. They just look weird. And Sean builds them.
Yeah,
like, they look amazing, but it's just like it's.
Yeah,
But
it's a little different.
Anyway, thank you, Brad. Brad's up on the deep cuts now, man. He just mentioned I did a song with Virus a couple of years ago on their last record that I actually put out the record too, but they asked me to sing on a song, and I don't remember what the name of it is. What is it? Something Apocalypse. But it was awesome. I got to totally do a Slayer Tom Araya thing, and it was fun, man. Like getting to sing some thrash metal. I don't get to do it all that often. Yeah, I mean, Snot did do it without Lynn. I don't know. I don't know what Snot would sound like now, man. I don't know. Man, probably the same. Lynn was a fucking beast, man. Let people know that Lynn was a really good friend of mine, and I actually have him tattooed on my fucking leg, him and Dobbs. But yeah, no, Lynn was my boy, and I, met them right when Snot first got signed to Geffen, and Get Some was just coming out, and hung out with them a lot. I actually got to sing on stage live with Snot once, which was one of the. Of course, it was before cell phone cameras, so I wish somebody had a video of it, but it was actually in the song Snot. And in the breakdown, when it breaks down, it comes back a snot. Lynn decided to dive into the crowd right before the part came back, and I was standing on the side of the stage. So I just ran up to the mic and went, Snot, we're ready to take you down. Do you know where the ground? Just got to mess around, leave your daughter, then you just flip me down. Evolution Apocalypse. That is it. It's a cool fucking song, man. I really liked doing that. It was fun. Yeah, it is on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on all the streaming platforms too. But yeah, Snot was one of my favorite bands. They still are. I love those guys. As you know, and I was actually in the studio with those guys when they made the Straight Up record too. Which I was there the day Shannon Larkin. So it was so funny. So Shannon Larkin came in to do his drums, right? It was at Grandmaster Recorders in LA, the place where Tool did Undertow with Sylvia Massey. It's a really cool little studio right in Hollywood, right? I don't know if you know where the Popeyes is on Hollywood Boulevard, Phil, but it's literally right around the corner on Cahuenga, I guess. Is it Cahuenga? I think so. But so I was there. Shannon came in, started doing his drums. He was on his first song. I left, went to Popeyes, got food, wandered around Hollywood for an hour, came back, and he was done. He cut the drums for the entire fucking record. In the time I left to go eat Popeyes, he tracked all of his drums. And I was with them at Record Plant when they were working on it, and it was really an honor to be able to be there and see that. And I got to be, I was in the studio with Slipknot when they were making Subliminal Verses. I was in the studio with fucking Incubus when they were making Make Yourself, and Linkin Park was there recording at NRG, and 30 Seconds to Mars. I remember hanging out with Incubus and Jared Leto outside of NRG. And 30 Seconds to Mars was there working on their record too. It was a crazy fucking time, man, being out there and being in the. I remember handing out flyers with Linkin Park in front of the Palace one night. It might even been still Hybrid Theory. It might even been pre-Linkin Park. It was such a crazy fucking time, man. It was so cool to be around,
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, so he says it was a dark blue shirt. with a glow in the dark Hurley logo when you guys opened for Lincoln Park.
Yeah. I remember that show. That was a cool show.
Sure, Mark. DM the Taproot Facebook. I'll send you the link. But, good. So we got some guests here. We went up on a new metal tangent, but I know people love our damn new metal stories. So
I actually remember at that Lincoln Park show in Salt Air, one of their, Lincoln Park would, they had the tracks that they played to, right? And the crowd was clapping along to one of the songs, and there's a little break, but they got off the tracks because the clapping was a little too fast or something, and the band had to try to like catch up to what was going on. The drawbacks of tracks.
Right. We ain't got no stinking tracks. So look, hello Chelsea, hello Jen.
My daughter with her guitar.
Really, she's rocking out over there. You gonna play for us? Come on.
She said no. She wanted to show you her sticker.
Putting you on the spot now. America is watching.
It's
Oh yeah.
Choke on my rage.
I love that guy. Yeah. Okay, here's Mark. Mark's got a question. There you go, Mark. Here's your question time. Ask away.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
Not much. I'm looking to get into playing bass, and I was wondering, like, from a musician standpoint, what a good beginner brand might be.
Oh boy. How much you looking to spend?
Maybe 400, 500.
Yeah, that's a good price range. So, when it comes to basses, don't go too cheap, right? You don't want to get, because then with any guitar, right? Yeah. People like to say, "Oh, I want to start off with something because I don't know if I'm going to play it," and then they buy something cheap, and then they don't want to play it because it just won't ever sound good, right? So I always tell people, find something that is at this mid-range, not the lowest end, right? Just above that lowest end of guitars. Like, don't buy something from Walmart, no offense to Walmart, but just those cheapo guitars with name brand you don't recognize. I'm a Yamaha guy. Yamaha is great for their they have great high-end stuff, but they also have great what are they called, what's the word for if someone's just starting
entry level,
yeah, they have great entry level stuff. I play the RBX. I think they still make them, the kind that I play. You don't have to, they have a BB, what's called a BB 40 something, whatever. Those start around 400, I think. For the lower end models of those are great.
And it really depends too. I mean, what kind of music you want to play. I mean, if you want to play more thrash kind of stuff, Jacksons are really good kind of starter basses. I have an Epiphone, like the Nikki Six Goth Thunderbird, and I fucking love that bass. I had it set up so it plays a little better than it probably should. But it really more depends what style you want to play and what.
Probably just regular like hard rock metal.
Yeah, I mean, like, and if you're looking to, Ibanez's, the Ibanez's are decent starter basses. Some of them too, like the Sound Gears are, decent. They're a little clickier. I mean, clicky as in clicky. I mean, it really depends if you're going to play with a pick, you're going to play with your fingers, how you're going to play, what style you're going to play, how aggressive. I mean, it's funny, but it really. I would just go to Guitar Center and try a bunch of shit. I would not buy anything new. I mean, the reality is you can get like a really, for say you're going to spend $500. For $500, you can get $1,000 bass used or a $500 bass new. You know what I mean? Like, and basses are fucking tanks, man. They're not like guitars. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. It's real easy to fuck up a guitar. It's a lot harder to fuck up a bass. It really is. Like, used basses are definitely way more, safe than a used guitar sometimes,
Yeah, agreed.
So, yeah. I mean, if I was going to tell you, I'd say just go to Guitar Center or go to, your local music store, play a bunch of shit, check out what you like, it might be, Jackson, it might be ESP, it might be
I mean, looks matter. At the same time, looks matter. So find something that looks good and see how it feels in your hands. Again, not being a player yet, do you play any instrument?
No, not currently.
Okay. So it's hard to say, like, to tell you to just play what feels good in your hands because you don't have that feel yet, right? But
Well, I did have a bass like maybe 3 to 5 years ago, but I didn't touch it all that much.
right.
Kind of gave up.
Yeah. Jackson has
Yeah.
good entry level stuff. Yeah, just and when you get it, just play. There's all sorts of stuff online, lessons from anybody. You know what I mean? Just play a little bit every day.
Yeah, here Dennis from Southern Sounds just said hit him up. I have several in that price range. You can hit up Dennis, man. Dennis is a dealer and he buys and sells stuff, and he's again, he's the one who's setting up a bunch of Phil's bases for him for the tour. And yeah, you should hit up Dennis, see what he's got, because he might be able to put you into something better and cheaper than you'd find, and
probably plays better than your average thing that you're just going to grab. Yeah, hit up Southern Sounds guitars.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
of course, man. Well, thank you for jumping on. And any more questions? That's it.
I'm good.
All right, buddy. Thanks for jumping in.
Have a good one.
Yep.
I just wanted to bring up a memory. I actually met you guys on accident back in Pittsburgh. I think it was like 2008. And my friend Kristen now, like, we weren't friends then. She was down hanging out with you guys backstage at Club Zoo.
Okay.
And they were like, we were waiting for you guys to come out so that we could meet you, like, legit. And they were like, oh, you must be with the other people that are already down there, and just took us backstage. And we were like, oh, well. And you guys were great. So
nice. Good to hear. Kristen.
Scalera.
Okay, yeah. So I was thinking.
Way better than I met you guys. You guys were fucking dicks.
Yeah, we are sometimes.
And
Taproot are lovely. I like you guys.
Yeah, we've known Kristen forever.
The few times that I've met you guys, the first time meeting Mike, he was very reserved and would not talk to anybody. And then the last time I saw you guys in 2013 in Pittsburgh at Hard Rock Cafe.
Hard Rock, yeah.
Yeah, he came right up to me and Kristen, put his arms around us, took us to the bar. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was definitely weird.
Yeah.
And I still have the drumstick that Steve chewed on for me from that show.
Steve might, or Mike might have had a few drinks that night.
Yeah.
Maybe. But no, nice guy. Sometimes.
Well, I'm hoping we'll have some good We're not gonna have any backstage stories. You know how boring we're all gonna be. This tour is gonna be so fucking boring. Like,
backstage has always been boring for the most part.
I know it is, but it's gonna be even more boring. Like,
we didn't. It wasn't the 80s.
I know. We missed out on all the good shit. Like, we're old now.
Yeah.
We'll just be running around. Well, we'll be doing the VIPs, and then pretty much it. We'll probably eat dinner, do the VIPs, sit in the dressing room for an hour, and then go on stage, and then hang out, sign shit, and then go back to the hotel and go to sleep because we're old.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I can't wait.
That's my plan. Maybe wrestle a few people. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
See how it
me
goes.
and Phil are definitely going to wrestle. So, and again, if you haven't picked up your VIPs or tickets for the shows, there's a full listing of all of the Taproot shows on the pinned post on the Taproot Facebook page. And VIPs for most of the shows are available at taprootvip.com. And there's a couple that aren't up there yet. They'll be up there eventually. I'm just behind on putting them up. I got to do it this week.
Yeah.
So there should be VIPs for every show.
And Jared's back with us, and Jared's always a good time to hang out with. Regardless, Jared's one of my favorite guys in the world, and having him back on tour with us is going to be awesome. And then we also have Taylor, our new guitarist, who's also a good time. I might be wrestling him at some point. I've taught him a few things back when he toured with us before, when he was in his band Catharist.
Get on.
So any other questions since Tom's preoccupied?
Yeah.
I'm texting Steve.
All right. Oh, Steve going to join us?
I don't know. Maybe he just texted me and asked if we did a live tonight. I'm like, yeah, we're doing it right now.
Oh, he'll be so happy to see me.
I'm happy to know I haven't framed him for any crimes with his teeth marks.
That's going to be awesome.
Nice.
No, my mail physical copies was in the 80s.
Oh, damn. I'll see some of you people at the Forge then.
Nice.
Like, you'll see us at the Forge. I know that.
Oh,
now.
yeah, I got VIP for the Forge, but I already talked Steve into partaking activities with me. So, yeah, he's going to. Look at you. Like, I'm talking about other, no, nothing like that. Smoking. But,
Right.
yeah, no.
Look at your sweatshirt. Is that a new one or an old one?
This one? Oh, I did buy this one recently and stuff like that. I think I bought it like right when you guys it was before it even came out. I had it already and everything. I had been waiting for like a month or two before I got it. But
how did you? No, let me see it. I haven't even seen them yet. Let's see.
I like this one. I was like, I have to get more zip ups. I need a zip up, so I got the zip up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, no. Welcome has to be definitely in the top 3. So that was like that. Honestly, that album, Hybrid Theory, a lot of stuff happened to me in 2001. Like, you guys were definitely one of the bands that definitely got me through that. I was 14 and it's kind of sad, I'm sorry, but like my aunt and my cousin were killed, and
Oof.
like Hybrid Theory, Welcome, and Iowa.
There you
No,
go.
I'm sorry, Self-Titled and Iowa were like the 4 albums that saved my life. So I'm sorry, I'm like tearing up, like talking about it, because like Steve, I'm notoriously on Steve's Instagram lives. Like, that's why I have my name as Maggot, because he always knows me as Maggot. He knows my damn name, but
Right.
you know, he always calls me Maggot. So it's like every time I associate you guys now, it's like I have to associate Maggot with it, because he will never not call me Maggot. So, but like, yeah, a lot of shit has happened to me in my life. And honestly, you guys are definitely one of the bands that got me through a lot of stuff. And it's just really dope to me that all this time later, like 22 years later, I never thought that like I would be, number one, working in the music industry myself. And like number 2, like having the one thing that always set the path for my life and everything, which was always music, and always was the best way to express myself and everything. I just never thought that like one of my favorite bands would like know who I was. Like, it's awesome to me, and I'm really like, I've never seen you guys. Like I said, I went through a lot of shit growing up. It didn't mean that I stopped the fact that I never not listened to you guys. Like, I love the fact that you said Stolage. Please, for the love of God, I am going to the first night in Flint, and I will be at the Joliet show, and I swear to fucking God, I better hear that song. I will sing it myself if I have to, and don't give me, I can. Like, I will sing it myself if I have to. But I have been telling Steve, you better play Stolage. If anything, like, I want to hear that song so bad. Like, I just want to hear that song. I want to jam the fuck out to that song live. Seriously.
It's not currently on our list. It's not currently on our list, but I will see what I can do. It's not currently. We already. Okay, if you had what about a song from Welcome, your favorite album? What would you want to hear?
Oh man, my favorite song from Welcome would have to be fucking Breathe. It's Breathe. Breathe is my favorite like song. If I had to hear anything though, Dream. I want to hear Dream. Dream is my shit. Wow. Like, Dream will forever be that and everything. If I had to hear from that, anything from, but like, yeah, Breathe and Dream.
Those are great. Dreams is my brother's favorite song, and he always requests it. I think we played it for him once.
Yeah, no, like I absolutely like love Dream, but like Breathe is literally one of the first songs. Like, when I first heard that album, I cried. I literally cried when I heard that song. I was just like, like, seriously, I'm telling you, Hybrid Theory and Welcome. top two. Those two albums, front to back.
Did I show you these, Phil? Look at this. The test pressings for best.
Oh,
of the
nice.
Pride. Yeah.
Well, it's funny about Breathe. Breathe has one of my well, I think is one of the funniest lyrics. Is my pride's in the shitter. Like, but that's one of my favorites too. I love that song.
I'm like, I won't quit, never quit. I can't quit. And it's Steve. Hi, Steve. How are you?
My pride's in the shitter.
And that's yeah, that's funny. Great song.
I was yelling at Phil that he needs to put, like, you know how I've been like complaining to you that I want to hear Stolage, like whichever show, the first night in Flint or in Joliet, I better hear Stolage. I just better hear it.
You never know. When the fuck's that one?
What for?
October
7th, and I'll be there September 9th in Flint.
September 29th.
29th.
We're not going to be there September 9th. So you are.
Or whenever the first show is for Flint. You have
29th.
Yeah, no, like during that, either that or October 7th. And I do have VIP for October 7th. So nice. I will be meeting you guys for Joliet because that was my birthday present to myself.
Awesome.
Yeah. So my birthday is later that month. So I'm like, yeah, this is like the first time I'll be seeing you guys. Steve's been awesome.
What?
And like, I'm really, really looking forward to meeting you guys. That's probably like the main thing. I really want to like meet you guys and talk to you guys for a little bit. That'd be great. And I want to hear Stolage.
Sweet. Glad I'm late, Maggot. What'd I miss?
Pretty much that. We're talking about how she wants to hear Stolage for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We can figure it out by then.
Yeah. Jared would have to learn it, and Taylor would have to learn
it, and me,
and Steve would have to learn it.
I'm pretty sure I could pick it up pretty quick, but that's a tough one to play. But I'm down.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's right. You do play on that one too, huh?
Yeah, I do.
You've
That's
got a really
fantastic.
Interesting glow tonight, Steve.
Is that because we gave you crap about lighting the other day?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Now you're just fluorescent. My dude.
You want lighting? Here's some lighting for you.
It's better that way. Michael Myers. God damn it.
Or it could be like when you're outside in your garage, like, dark. And all you see is the cigarette lit.
Right now, I am in the garage. I don't have a cigarette lit. But
no, but whenever you're like outside having a cigarette, you're always like in the dark. Always.
You see his cherry. You hear the.
Yeah, you just see the cherry with the cigarette, and that's it.
Bottle.
Well,
You'll hear him drinking it.
I'm outside. I've only peed outside a couple times. Usually I go to the
Oh, that's a thing too, man.
Then
I love Steve's live streams. They get so real.
Well, yeah.
Honestly, that's why I love them. I'm sorry. It's like you guys are humans at the end of the day.
Wow.
He's a little bit more.
We all shit, pee, and poop. Just fucking go for
right.
it.
I agree. I fully agree. That's like, respect-wise, I just turned down my phone. I'm like, I don't need to hear him pissing, but, I know he's doing it. Like, sit down, and then I know when he's done, him and his little one tissue strip. What the fuck, Steve? Anyway.
A little what?
Your one tissue. Your one piece of like toilet paper thing.
All the girls. I'm surrounded by fucking 48 of them. Well, I guess 3. They always just leave one. Some people leave poop with just one goddamn sheet. And Phil knows back in the college days, apparently girls use like fucking 48% of the toilet roll on one doozy.
So stupid.
Oh, kids.
Even I remember that.
Yeah, that was funny. We lived in a house with 9 guys, and we had a few girls over, and we're just talking. Now, that sounds a lot cooler than it was. We were not cool by any means. But but we had a conversation about toilet paper because the toilet paper was always running out, and we had a conversation like basically how much toilet paper do you use? You know, how many squares? And so everyone kind of took a roll and kind of made a estimate of what they would normally use on per wipe. And most of us, around like 8 or 9 or whatever it is, right? What's a normal amount. And a couple of girls that were like the 30s or something, or 20s or 30s. It's like, what? Like, how much big of a pile do you need? And that's just, I don't know.
They're just taking the whole roll and wiping with it.
Basically.
Yeah.
Depends on the ply, I guess.
Yeah.
I need 4 to.
We got that industrial shit at work. Got the big boys.
That's like cardboard though.
Yeah. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, I would agree. It's like on that borderline. Like, honestly, I have no choice but to use it. And I'm just like, it's not horrible, but it's not great either.
Like that sandpaper shit.
How many do you need to wipe your front butt? 2?
It's front to back, actually.
I'm not
And honestly, I like 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very resourceful when it comes to toilet paper. Like, Steve knows I've been to the gathering of the Juggalos, and like, you have to be resourceful at that place.
Yeah, right.
Steal it all and then go bang some Juggalos.
Can you spare a square?
No, you don't have sex at the gathering. It's so gross. You don't do that. Nope. I've been this year will be my 4th one. I've never, and I will never. I'm good. No, but like resourcefulness, yes. I use stuff. Being homeless forever, I use. I like to utilize whatever I can.
Yeah.
So I'm not one of those paper wasters. Huh?
Do you bathe in Faygo?
No, I don't. I have not painted my face. Look, I have not painted my face since I was like 20. I'm 36. I have not painted my face in forever. I don't plan on starting again anytime soon. Like I have fibromyalgia. I don't even be at shows like that. I go for who I want to see, and I just do the fuck what I want to do.
So has the gathering happened this year already?
Yeah, it's July 5th to the 8th. And it's been in Thorntonville, Ohio for the last since 2016, I think.
I thought it was in fucking Kansas or some bullshit.
No, it's in Thorntonville, Ohio. It's been it got moved around a bunch because a lot of people hate it. How could you not? You got people blowing off air horns, fireworks. There's a lot of crap going on at the gathering. It's not even kidding. Like, it really is fuck your sleep. Like, you get like a 45-minute nap every day you're there. Like, it's loud. So a lot of people, but Legend Valley, it actually they do more like festivals and stuff too on those grounds. But the Clowns have had a contract with them now since 2016. So they've been doing that.
Yeah, I think our drummer Dave with Sponge is going to be there.
Really?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of people usually end up going to that, and it's funny. I'm not gonna do it smoke with anyone because I don't want to catch COVID again. I just don't want to do that. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't smoke with anybody. I'm bringing my own shit. I'll be good. I'll be right. Sorry, I talk about weed a lot. I swear a lot. I can't help it.
Hey, Tom, I'm going to head out. I got to get some sleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you guys continue or not continue, whatever you guys want to do. It's I'm
going to head out in a minute here too. So we'll probably wrap it up in a second. So, all right.
Yeah, we've been on an hour, Steve. We'll have to remember to let you know next time earlier.
Well, no, that's fine. I thought about it. I was like, oh, it's Tuesday. I have to work tomorrow. Why not come on and party?
Right. Yeah, no, I like when Phil jumps on and Steve jumps on and just wraps it up with us for a minute, and it's fun. Yeah. So, all right, Philip.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Have a good night, Phil.
All right, Tom.
Thank you.
Don't forget to end it tonight, Tom.
I won't. I promise.
All
Last
right,
week-
everyone.
I'll be right here all night.
Last week for some reason it didn't end, and it like stayed on for 9 hours afterwards. It was funny. Yeah, no, I got a bunch of teeth pulled today too, so I'm fucking out of it. I feel like shit. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, right. That's I agree with Steve's face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you even last week he had a migraine? Why are you even here, Tom?
This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do.
That's dope, though. I get it.
Yeah, Phil texted me like an hour before, like, are we gonna do it? And I'm like, I don't know, probably not. I feel like shit. I'm looped up on Vicodin, and they only gave me 2, so it was like I'm gonna start getting sick, and then it's gonna start hurting again, and I'm like, so, and that's kind of where I'm at now. The Vicodin wore off, and I feel like shit, and I'm like, time for bed.
Well, fair enough. At least you'll shit on Friday.
Oh shit! Yeah, maybe, I mean, I might even shit before then. I don't know. I haven't really thought out my shitting schedule yet, but
On 2 Vicodin, oh, that gives you at least 2 days.
good. Plug that shit up, please.
No, it hurts. It hurts. It
Yeah,
hurts.
nothing like them opioid backups. Yeah, no.
Chelsea, what the fuck's going on, Chelsea?
I was telling them that I still have the drumstick that you chewed on for me because we didn't have a marker back in 2013 at Hard Rock Cafe in Pittsburgh.
Nice.
I have not framed you for anything, I promise.
Frame me. What the fuck?
That was your main concern. You were like, please don't frame me for something.
With all the DNA from your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want my DNA. You're good to go. I was just curious why you're chilling and not talking much.
Hey, I'm just listening.
Because I don't shut the fuck up sometimes. That's why.
I can tell that much, but that's okay.
I just spent 10 hours listening to people complain about their banking, so.
Wow.
I'm still at work listening to people complain about everything. Yeah, it's fun.
I guess technically I'm at work too.
You are. So is Steve, technically.
Another day in the office.
And now when it comes to tomorrow, I'll be at fucking work
At
tomorrow.
work.
I'm
Same.
going to the beach tomorrow.
Lucky.
Steve has a real job.
I'll be walking around with a walkie-talkie, a Down syndrome guy that likes to steal money from a library, and I don't fucking know.
I got to deal with T-Pain tomorrow.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, there's
And
worse
we'll
artists
get
out
up
there
here.
to deal with.
We'll get up here and Steve.
It's not a song that has to deal with he's performing here.
No, I'm saying there's worse artists that you would have to deal
There
with.
is. I have too many people who are on that list. Too many people. Oh my God. I like love working in the industry. I have to. Probably the coolest people that I have met were like Shirley Manson, Richard Patrick, like these guys right here. Like seriously, Richard Patrick was like the nicest guy though. He literally walked around our whole venue, introduced himself to everybody and everything. Like he was super nice.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was dope as hell. Shirley, that was dope because they came twice here. And she remembered me the second time. Like I've been doing my job here for 5 years almost, so I've seen a lot of people come and go. And like the people that I listened to that I met, all awesome. Jack Black was awesome because Tenacious D was here too. Like, yeah, it was dope. It was dope. I don't know. They put up the worst picture of Slash in this building the day Slash came here. It was terrible. It was great, but terrible. But but probably the worst person or the worst people I ever had to deal with was Kid Trippie Redd and Moneybagg Yo. Oh my God, those two were the worst shows I ever worked in my life.
Thank God I've never heard of either, but it's nice to hear that about Richard Patrick though. That's really cool because I've heard he can be a prick.
Oh, she was so nice.
I've been in contact with him for I was until I was like, hey, I'm a raging alcoholic. I love your don't talk to me until you're sober. I'm like, all right, 3 months.
Yeah, he's a sober one. Yes, he is very much a sober one and everything. And I think maybe that could be the difference. But he was super awesome. Like he actually was. He really did just go around, introduce himself to everybody. I made him late to the sound check because we started talking about how he came here with Trent back in like '89 to see Ministry. Who was actually here? Like what? They were here a year ago. They were here too, and that was amazing. That show was awesome. Like that show was really awesome. So like, yeah, no, like, but yeah, he was super, super nice. So, and and Shirley just has a reputation for being really nice, and she really was. Like, getting a hug from her and her remembering me the second time. I was telling Tom and Phil, I was like, I never thought that like 22 years later, you guys would know who I was. And that's pretty dope to me. Like, I rather that happen to me and stuff like that. Like,
well, that's cool. Well,
yeah, I love it.
I love it, guys. Well, I'm gonna die, and I
feel you look like
I'm about to throw up, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm sure Steve will have his own Instagram live in 10 minutes and stay up till 4 in the morning.
Is that what you're gonna do, Steve?
I bet it is, because I know Steve.
It's 11 by you.
Yeah, I've still got a couple to drink. Fuck it.
See, I knew it. All right. Well, if I don't pass out, I'll come on yours and say hi. So thanks for joining us, guys. Steve.
Good thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.
Thanks everybody else for joining us.
Tom, do not come on mine. I can't
if I had a dime for every time I heard that.
Well, I'd have like I'd have 1 cent. I've never been offered to be come on.
Oh, all right. On that note, all right, kids.
This is what we take to the IG, bro.
Exactly. It's IG time now.
All right.
All right, guys.
I was late. I remembered it was Tuesday. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. We actually, your timing was perfect. So
that's what she said. Not really.
No, maybe.
That one I've heard twice. It wasn't once.